All right, this is day 25, and that's always been my number for some reason. 7 and 25, my numbers that I've liked throughout my years. I don't know why. Also, maybe because there was the Michael Jordan number 23, then there was Kobe. Then I was like, okay, I'm gonna be the next big thing. Haven't played basketball in a while, but maybe I'll need to get back into that. But yeah, shout out to Alan Liu, Liu, another great channel. Talks about the same things, cold showers. It's great that the NoFap community isn't just about NoFap. It's about cold showers, improving yourself, and being a better person, overcoming, of course, pornography. And there's a division, of course, among... Is there something? There's a division among, like, yes, NoFap mainly is about quitting porn, and some people do that to get relationships with an actual female and like rewire their brain to get that relationship. And they believe, like, okay, as long as you're not masturbating to porn, it's okay, and you're not releasing all that high dopamine. And then there's another side to NoFap, which not a lot of people believe in. Some do. Is the semen retention part, the celibate part, the increased sexual energy part. And some people just think it's a placebo, that the people get all this energy, or like, of course, it peaks at 7 days and then it drops back down. So why are these people all a year in of celibacy or 2 years in experiencing all that? I don't know. All I can speak from just my own experience of when I hold it in, it's just the ultimate form of discipline, and it makes sense. Like, think about it. Semen is used to create, like, so the purpose of men, is to procreate. That's why, to spread offspring, to just create more humans. And we don't need any more humans on this planet. Humans, I'm not such a big fan of humans, but that's really it. That's to release your genes and to spread more seeds and get more people. And it's energy. It really, think about it, like, that is used to create a whole nother person. And they say animals masturbate, or I don't know. I'm never going to be on the side of, like, masturbating creates prostate cancer, and people will believe anything. The experts, the quote-unquote experts. And it's just, I'm always wanting to be like a pioneer. I want to explore. I want to adventure. I want to try it for myself. And I've read so many forums of people who don't experience the benefits, but so many who try semen retention and they completely change their lives. And it's the benefits are so subtle, but they're there. And yes, through sex you kind of exchange energy, but it's still, if you're not procreating, it's still energy. Like, the body still has to, like, use up different parts. It has to use energy to create that again. And if the body really wanted to get rid of it, it would release it through wet dreams. Like, it knows what to do. Like, anyways, this is a spiritual journey for me, and I know I'm gonna have thoughts. I know I'm gonna get tested, but I know my willpower, my why, the tools I have throughout my day are going to lead me to that path of figuring myself out, figuring God out, figuring the world around me out. And we're getting to the month milestone. Feeling good. Did I shout out one person? Because I think every video I wanted to shout out one person and link their channel in the description below, and like a community, we kind of help each other. But Alan Liu, Liu, is another. I remember talking about him. I'll link him in the description below. See, my mind is still all over the place, and it's just we shouldn't be looking for benefits. There's so many benefits videos on NoFap and semen retention, and just when we don't see the benefits, even if they're there, it's like we don't notice what we have until it's gone. We release, we feel shame, we feel guilt, we feel a loss of energy, a loss of that you said you were going to do something and you didn't do it. That loss of like, damn, I did it again. But there's so many multifaceted ways of looking at this journey. And I know I'm all over the place. I'm not the best YouTuber. I'm not the best vlogger. But I'm going to be always vulnerable about what I'm feeling, what I'm doing, what I'm not doing. And people resonated with that on my last channel. I don't know when it was. I got 1,800 some subscribers. I've had the subscriber count necessary for a channel to get monetized, but I never had the watch time. So for this year, I'm gonna set out some huge goal of getting over 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time on this channel. And the main channel I really have to work hard on because I haven't been doing anything with that. But yeah, I want to have different sources of income, and it'd be fun to just vlog and, I don't know, create value. The only way to create value is to keep learning, keep growing, and kind of talking about what I learn and grow. But ultimately, I think the biggest lesson is intuitiveness and learning to just shut the world off and go within, because there's so many, it's crazy, like there's so many people, NoFap vloggers or vloggers, self-development vloggers, saying the exact same thing. And like, you should do this, and then maybe they're even selling their own courses, and it's becoming so monotonous. And nothing against that. People can do whatever. I mean, I get the catchy phrases and trying to get monetized, trying to get clicks, and cool. You do you, but I think everybody, instead of trying to follow the crowd, should just listen to themselves and like, maybe there's nothing different under the sun. Maybe it's taking an idea and kind of using your own words, and I don't know, but there's just so many people saying the exact same thing. I just want to say, like, we know what we should do. But the only difference is it sucks. And if we saw what we had to do to reach our dream lives of who we want to be day in, day out, a lot of it's just sucks. It really does. And I'm taking this from Goggins too. Like, it's doing stuff we don't want to do, which does suck. And I'm guilty myself of always choosing comfort. So I'm working on it. But I got up at 5 a.m. It's day one of that, slowly. And it felt good. Didn't really have thoughts to go back to sleep. Maybe I did a little bit. But I got my run in, walk, slowly. Just time on feet. If I do that every single morning with a few mountain long runs a week, fingers crossed, I can be ready for the Wild Oak Trail. Hopefully. But what should I title this? Oh, also, I know I'm rambling, but also yesterday, so I worked in a restaurant. I'm Moroccan. It's Lebanese now, owned by a Lebanese guy now. Bought it from my previous boss. Okay, so my previous boss's boss, who also worked with me in the kitchen, hit me up. That's a weird saying, but just, he called me. I called him back. Sort of caught up with him. He had pneumonia for 2 months. He was out feeling weak, and he's like, "How you doing, brother?" And just nice guy. He was intense to work with, but he's a nice guy. So I might do a few caterings with him, maybe 2, and gonna have lunch with him on the 15th somewhere. Check his book out, because he has a book with all the recipes and some stories of him. So that's that. And he talked about his family. He talked about his son, having a son, and he's gonna be a grandfather, and just, yeah. What else? There's that. I did Instacart delivery. I need to focus on just doing more of that, because if I can save up just a few $1,000s, I would just like quit everything and like lock myself in a room and with me and the computer and just learning everything there is, just immersing myself in like markets. Because I know, like, yes, there's so much sayings about like it's a gamble, you're gambling your money, there's no really skill involved. But like, look, a lot of people do lose their money, but I'm always looking at like, okay, a lot of people lose their money, but there's also a lot of people who make a lot of money, who start off with small accounts and like they grow it to. So I'm just always looking at the people that do make it. Like, I'm looking at, okay, yes, there's a lot of runners that are skinny that look like marathoners, but there's a lot of hybrid athletes too. There may not be many, but there's Nick Bear, and there's the whole thing of like, okay, they're taking steroids, but people just don't want to believe that it's possible. It's like there's so many people struggling with porn addiction. There's so many people struggling with semen retention. It's like, it's impossible. But I think we have to be that 1% to like lead the way that it's possible and to change our minds. And it sucks. It's not easy. But I'm on day 25, so there's that. And as long as I keep busy, as long as I have this journal that I'm writing everything I do throughout the day. Some days the page isn't, I mean, it's a good start to the new year, but some days the page has a lot of stuff on it. Some days it's got some stuff on it. And as always, I'm a work in progress. I'm working on myself, and just all I can do is take it day by day. And this was a long one, so if you made it to the end, thank you always. Thanks for watching. As always, shout out to Alan Liu. He's on like day 40, I think. And we're all gonna do this. We're all gonna overcome porn, overcome lust, whatever your goals are. And it's good to aim high. We're gonna do it. We gotta have that faith. We gotta have that belief. Whatever we believe in, we gotta believe in ourselves. We have to.